young adult who is very capable to work doesn't want to work and wants to goof off, and then comes and asks me for money to support them. And it's positioned under the guise of, I don't have any money. I need your help. Can you bail me out? Sometimes in a situation like that, my answer is no. And then they say, well, I thought you were giving. I say, you know what? I will give to anyone who cannot help themselves. But, if you're being held hostage, I'll help you. If you're elderly and you need help, I'll help you. If you can't be employed because you have a stigma on you, that's great. But, if you choose to take what money you earn and to buy alcohol with it or illicit narcotics, and you don't have any money because of that, I'm not going to subsidize your life. And, there's an old saying, again, that someone smart told me, sometimes when you help people, you hurt them because you make them more dependent and less independent. And so there are cases where helping is saying no, even though at the time they don't like it. Over time, they will realize that was a very valuable lesson that they learned, which was to get up on your own 2 feet if you're capable, to take control of your life and not expect other people to do it for you.
For sure, this is a very tall order for some people when they're expecting the world at large to come at their rescue without realizing that actually the world is waiting on them. So how are the laws of the universe working and influencing the business world?
I think, business is just a subcomponent of life. I mean, what happens in business is just a microcosm of life in general, and business is therefore subject to the very same rules that the rest of us are. That's why when you see people failing in one part of their life, they will also fail in the business in that part of life. People who struggle to have friendships, as an example, they struggle to have friendships and that develop close bonds with people. Those very same people struggle in the workplace to build collaborative relationships with coworkers. You never see people in the workplace who they don't get along with their coworkers, have a million friends when they get out the door. Everything mediates. When I have somebody in life who struggles to balance their checkbook and they're always overdrawing their checkbook, the minute you put them in charge of a budget in the business, they overspend the budget. It's not like they say, well, when it's work, I'm serious, but when it's my own money, for me, it's very simple. If you don't know how to manage your own money, why would I trust you to manage corporate money? Yeah, it's a very simple premise. So the laws of life apply to business completely, and that's why in any kind of interview or evaluation of a prospective employee, a smart interviewer will not just ask questions about their previous work. They will ask questions about their life, because life is indicative of how they're going to perform in the workplace.
Wow, so is always is always a chance that somebody out there who listens to you is going to not only discover what to do next about themselves, their existing abilities, but inspire others to be more. And I experienced that myself. It's what shapes us in life, perhaps in my own experience, are not the things we know or we don't know, or the money we have or we don't have. It's all about people and the experiences you are exposing yourself, the type of experience you are attracting into your life. What would be your advice for the business owner, the small business owner out there, the single mom struggling with overwhelming commitments, the acting professional, the person who is out there trying their best without knowing yet how much more is in them. What would be your advice? What would you advise them to think of next in terms of going where they want to be in life?
It's a good question, Marina. I think the struggle I'll have is to give like a singular answer because, all people are unique and all people are going to approach their situation from a different perspective. I think it's hard to give the one sentence on that without sitting down talking to that person. But, I think if I take a single mom, and, that's near and dear to my heart because I was a young father at 20 and 21 and, and struggled deeply and was basically living in a rat-infested apartment, with a baby and a girlfriend at that time that later became my wife. But I know the struggle. And, as I've told many single moms in that situation, if you have a plan, and I had a plan, which was to graduate from college. Now, I've told many people that my last semester of university was my pride and joy of my life because I got perfect grades when I had a baby and I was working 50 hours a week on the outside trying to support a baby and a girlfriend and pay the rent and stay out of welfare and not take handouts from the United States government. And, that I would tell them it's possible. You can overcome anything. Look around you at the role models that have done it and put a plan in place. Okay, you've had a baby that maybe you didn't plan on and you put yourself in this situation, but the end is not there. But you've got to stick to a plan to get out of this. And what I think a lot of, young teenage moms do is they give up on their education. They take a job waiting tables, which is a wonderful and noble profession, but it has limited income potential. And then they're stuck forever in very low-paying roles with limited skill sets. And what they've got to do, and I know many that have done it, including in my situation, is you've got to find a way to dig deep and to get through the next couple of years and get your education and invest in the long term. And, that's what I would tell people. I would tell a business owner, a young business owner that's got his own business, I would say, what are your key objectives as a start point? And the key objective has to be, I'm going to meet the customer's needs better than anybody else. When people say my objective is to make money, I know they're going out of business. That's not an objective. If you take care of the customer, you will make all the money that you want. But you got to start with objectives that are noble and are sustainable. Earning money is not a sustainable objective. Winning with customers or serving customer needs better than anybody else is a sustainable vision that will always bring you profit. And if you look at the great companies, the Procter & Gamble's, the Coca-Colas, the Nestle's, the Unilevers, they all have at the heart of their vision meeting the need of the customer. They don't have at the heart of their vision making money. They know if I meet the customer needs, the customer will reward me with their business and reward me by paying my prices and reward me by allowing me to make a profit. And it starts with meeting the customer needs. So, I think an answer to that on any of these is you've got to have people step back, look at the big picture, step out of the daily stresses and dynamics of their life and say, how do I get to where I want to be? And for the single mom, that is, I'm going to get an education. I'm going to build my skills so that my employability is guaranteed and I can earn to take care of my family and earn enough to live the life and provide for my children the way I want to. For the business owner that started up their own entrepreneurial enterprise, it is focus on the objectives that are going to make them successful. And too many entrepreneurs are focused on tactical things like margin or cost or paying the bills or having enough seed money. That's not how you succeed. You succeed by, Apple didn't make it because Steve Jobs had enough seed money. they made it because he said, I'm going to make the best damn computer in the world, and people are going to die and get in line to get it. And to this day, when the new iPhone 6 goes on sale, people camp out in front of the Apple store for 24 hours before. That's their secret. People are dying to get their product. They're waiting in line to get their product. They're camping out on a sidewalk to get their product. Their secret isn't they have money. The secret is they have great products. And if you do that, you make all the money you want. And that's what they've done. And now the richest company in the world is Apple, and they are the ones who meet customer needs better than any other company out there.
Jim, I could listen to you forever, and actually I forgot about the music break. So don't go away after the break. James Michael Lafferty, all the way from Manila, is going to answer another question I have, a little question, and I'm sure it's going to be a big answer. Don't go away. After the break,